Welcome! Thank you for joining me for week 2. So, week 2, we're going to be talking about breathing and how that can affect your alignment and how you can use breathing to improve pressure within the body to stabilize the spine or remove pressure from the body to increase your range of movement. All of these things are useful tools, but it's dependent on the movement and where the movement is from. So we're going to be talking about how it affects the neck, the shoulders, the thoracic spine, the lumbar spine, and then putting all of that together on where to inhale, where to exhale to improve the movement and reduce the potential for back pain and also back injury. So let's get started. We're going to start off nice and slow, and to do that we will start in sitting. Cross your legs. I want you to come up into a neutral position, sitting sideways so that you can see what is happening with my neck. Now, a lot of us don't know what a good neck position is. Most of us are in this position, or our ribcage is tilted back, and we're in this position where we think the neck is in the right position, but because our ribcage is tilted back, actually we're not. Well, the ribcage is down and the hips are forward because you can't maintain it, so we're dropping through the neck again to take off gravity. Now, what all of that means is that our neck is bent forward or backward. And so gravity has increased on the bones of the neck. So what we want to be doing is promoting a type of breathing which allows us to stabilize our neck. So if we're doing our standard breathing, increasing and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, what you find is our shoulders are rising and falling, and quite often they're coming into the neck. They're promoting the tightness within the shoulders. Some of you might have stomach breathing, stress relief, yogis or mindfulness. But the problem with that is that our center of gravity is forward, and so you're actually promoting a type of breathing that's going to come into your mid and lower back. What I want you to think about is thoracic breathing, and that is the ribcage widening. And what that does is create width and space in the body so that it doesn't affect the alignment of the spine. So let's just practice that. Face you. Bring your fingers to your ribs, and I want you to widen the ribs as you breathe in. And last one. Now, if you look in your mirror or a camera or anything while you're doing that, you'll see that there was no influence on the rest of your body, or there shouldn't have been any influence on the rest of your body on its alignment as you were doing that breathing. So that's the breathing that we want to bring in. And today we're going to specifically talk about neck position with that breathing on how to maintain that. So the first exercise today is going to be a neck rotation, and I want you to breathe in as you rotate left. And then exhale. Breathing in, rotating right, and exhale. Let's go left again. And exhale. So there we have much freer movement in the neck, simply because the spine is staying neutral because of our type of breathing. Now, why is that really important? Well, it creates a stable base for the movement. And particularly with the neck, we have muscles involved in that rotation movement that go all the way down the back to just above our lumbar spine in terms of connection. That's because the head's so heavy. It has to hold onto that spine all the way down to stabilize it and to be able to move freely while it does it. So the next one, we're going to go into a extension. So let's sit up nice and straight again. And what I want you to do is lift slightly through the chin and shine the collarbones forward as you bend the neck. And then come down. And I want you to inhale as you lift. Exhale as you come down. So this is a slight extension of the neck. It's not going too far. And you should be feeling it in your trapezius. The muscles behind the collarbones and at the back. Just around the shoulders and the mid-back. And why are we breathing in at that point? Well, it does one thing. As we're doing this movement, it lifts the ribcage, it assists the movement. As we're breathing out, the ribcage comes down, it drags back. So we're using the ribcage to help with that extension. The other thing is it's filling our body full of air and increasing the pressure all the way down, and that pressure helps stabilize the spine. Now, the way the spine is built, there's lots of bony things on the back of the spine. And so we don't want those impacting hard. We want to control any movement where there's potential of those bony bits connecting so that it doesn't cause long-term damage of growing down the bone. And the next one, we're going to be doing a neck exercise from the floor. Now, this is one of the highest load points for the neck. It's exposed entirely to gravity, the neck is out to the side. So if we're going to lift it, we want to make sure that we're using high oxygen muscles, and we do that by breathing into preparing and exhaling as we come out for those high levels of exertion. Now, to lift it, we also want to engage fully the muscles at the front of the neck. So, to do this properly, what I want you to think about is a slight lift with the neck and then pushing through the top of the head, lifting the back of the shoulders, bringing your eyes down to your belly button so that it's in the point close to least resistance. Your head is nearly upright at this point. Your neck muscles are fully engaged. And then you come back down. Now, why do we want to bring our eyes down to our belly button? Because we have a muscle attached to the back of our eyeballs that connects to the back of our skull. And that also connects to a bunch of neck muscles. And by bringing it down, it relaxes and allows those muscles to lengthen a bit more so there's less strain on your neck. And just relax there. So we've got one more movement with our neck that we need to be aware of for our breathing. And our breathing in this case is very much to stabilize the shoulders so that the muscles attached to the neck aren't dragging one side up when the neck moves the other direction. And so this is a lateral flexion of the neck, bringing one ear down to your shoulder and then back, and bringing another ear down and then back. So exhale and inhale to bring that back. Exhale and inhale to bring it back. One more. And there we have it. So on the majority of these is an exhale, with a couple there is an inhale, obviously. What I want you to do is practice that, go through this video a couple of times and get that breathing right. What that will help you do is ensure that everything else is nice and stable, and your breathing is helping stabilize that. Because we're going to be breathing anyway, we might as well use the energy to calm the body and help what is moving. And that is none so more important as with the neck. What you'll also find is these neck exercises are great if your back pain also comes along with a bit of neck pain. Quite often they happen at the same time because of that long muscle that's responsible for rotation and extension running all the way down the back. It gets tired from a drooped neck or from shoulder lifts and that sort of thing. So do these exercises, try and build them into a routine, and we will see you tomorrow to talk more about breathing and movement and how we can use that to stabilize and help alleviate the back pain. Bye. Have a great day.